Remember 2008, the year the financial world did a faceplant? Yeah, good times. Banks crumbled, jobs vanished. It felt like the economic apocalypse, and guess what? It made people rethink that whole capitalism is a flawless idea. See, for a while we were told greed was good, deregulation was king, trickle-down economics was a thing somehow. But the crash exposed the flaws, the gap between the haves and have-nots. It became a chasm. Suddenly words like socialism and Marxism weren't confined to dusty history books. People, especially young folks, started asking, is there a better way? It was a wake-up call. The global system was rigged, and folks weren't having it anymore. Now let's talk about Africa. After the crash, the usual suspects, the IMF and World Bank, swooped in with their solutions. Their advice? Austerity, cut public spending, tighten those belts. It's basically economic diet advice, but instead of losing weight, you lose essential services. But here's the thing. Many African nations had already been down that road, forced into these policies in the 80s and 90s. It was a disaster then, and they weren't about to repeat it. From Senegal to South Africa, leftist movements gained traction. They challenged the narrative. They demanded social justice and economic equality. They reminded the world that healthcare, education, and a social safety net weren't privileges, but rights. Fast forward to 2020, enter COVID-19 stage left. The pandemic didn't invent inequality, but it sure did put it on blast. Billionaires got richer, essential workers got screwed, and the global south, they got hit with the double whammy of a health crisis and economic collapse. Remember those essential workers? Many were in low-wage jobs, the backbone of our economies. They risked their health, while the privileged few logged onto Zoom from their yachts. It was a real let-them-eat cake moment. The pandemic highlighted the failures of unfettered capitalism. It showed that our current system is not only unfair, but unsustainable. And guess what? It pushed more people towards alternative solutions like, dare I say it, Marxism. So where does this leave Africa? Well, it's complicated. On one hand, there's a growing awareness of capitalist exploitation. The continent has borne the brunt of colonialism, neo-colonialism, and unfair trade deals. Marxist ideas resonate with many, offering a framework for dismantling these systems of oppression. But here's the other hand. Africa has also seen its fair share of authoritarian regimes that have flown the socialist banner. Corruption, repression, and economic mismanagement have plagued some nations that attempted to implement Marxist policies. The challenge for African Marxists is to learn from both the successes and failures of the past. It means building movements that are democratic, inclusive, and accountable. It means tackling issues like corruption and ethnic divisions head-on. It's a tall order, no doubt, but the stakes are too high to ignore. The future of Africa, and perhaps the world, may depend on finding a more just and equitable path forward. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, Marx has a thing or two to teach us about that.